Hello, Viper Nation. This is your weekly update video for March 7th through March 13th. Make sure you look at the Google Doc for the weekly update because we have a list of all of the March birthdays for next week. And then there are a ton of birthdays for kids over spring break. So we'll acknowledge them in the announcements, but I want to make sure that you know who they are so you can also acknowledge them in your class. We have some congratulations to our spotlights of the week. Joseph Guevara has been selected as the Spotlight Teacher of the Week. Thank you, Joseph, for being all in here at Franklin. You never hesitate to say yes when we need additional help with extended day, summer school, Saturday school, the equity team, and much more in the past 2 years. We want to celebrate the authentic relationships you share with your students and your all-in attitude. Congratulations, Spotlight. Our classified staff member of the week is Gabriela Terrazas. You are the classified spotlight of the week. You arrive at work before many of our Viper families are even awake in order to make sure you and your crew prepare the morning meal with love. Thank you so much for working so hard every day and always having a smile on your face. We appreciate you and all you do for Franklin Middle School. Just wanted to take a moment to recognize our Edgenuity staff. So we have some teachers, 2 teachers that are on our staffing plan that are currently teaching Franklin students through the district's online program. And I wanted to take a moment to thank Rob Liebman and Chuck Sparks for doing such a great job with our Franklin students currently participating in the district online program. These teachers may not be in our building, but they are loved. They are loving our students virtually, and we are grateful. So staff, show these 2 Vipers some love and send them a shout out email. You can find their email addresses in the Google Doc weekly update. Maternity leave. Fanny has officially taken her leave of absence to prepare for the arrival of her little miracle. We will let you all know when our new little Viper arrives. Fanny, we just are excited for you and can't wait. We do have some new Viper family members. Let me introduce to you Victor Vorosky from the Special Education Department. Victor is currently supporting our 6th grade Viper scholars. Welcome to the family, Victor. As mentioned earlier this week, we also have a new student advocate, Donna Michoud, who is wearing numerous hats in the building right now. Donna, we appreciate you and are glad you are here. And last but not least, we have a new parent liaison. Her name is Hilda Hernandez. Welcome to Franklin. Hilda brings many talents with her, including her dual language skills in English and Spanish. She currently does not have an email address, so if you need support in speaking with families, please call the office and ask for Hilda. Mrs. Hernandez, we are glad you have become a member of our Viper family. So as we move through this week, we are wanting to re-engage in the mindfulness and just revisit this. Things get lost in the shuffle, and we are asking that all teachers who have students immediately after lunch begin doing a mindful moment before you start your lesson. We would like to start tomorrow, but we know that this isn't enough warning for you guys in your lesson plans. We just want to calm our students down and get them refocused after lunch. So the steps to do this, and it's very simple. We're not going to go into a bunch of mindful training. This is just a very simple mindfulness activity. You're going to find some kind of instrumental music that is mellow and soothing. Have students close their eyes and just listen quietly. You may turn the lights off to create a softer atmosphere. And you're going to want to do this for about a minute and then slowly bring them back into the fold and start your lesson. Just trying to get their minds to slow down, to refocus on what they need to refocus on. During this mindfulness moment, you can be quiet or you can say some soothing, meditating words. Sometimes that is also very helpful. This isn't meant to be a big deal, and it takes a minute, but I want you to spend the time. If you already have your mindfulness set up and you're doing this consistently, that's fantastic. After spring break, we will be doing some mindfulness consistently, probably in the morning and again at lunch. We're going to talk with the leadership team to hammer out a plan. Also, we're asking that you be vigilant, more vigilant this week than normal. We are in our last week before spring break. For us, it feels like some relief is right around the corner, but for many of our scholars, being off a week is not something they relish. So please be vigilant with your routines and procedures. Keep your schedule very consistent. Typically during the week, historically in our building during this week, we've had fights after school. There's just a lot of, sometimes a lot of tension and stress. So we're asking that you keep your eyes out for students who may be experiencing stress as we approach spring break. Reach out to the counselors and or the office regarding student concerns. You can send it to a counselor, or you can actually pull up that discipline form and just throw something in there. We'll see it right away and get on it. We just want to make sure that this week is very consistent. We're not going to do much with changing the schedule. We're going to try to follow those daily routines so that's just another week. If you have any questions, please reach out to the office. We do have Fun Friday, which is our normal Fun Friday, and it's going to be centered around St. Patrick's Day. There's going to be more information to come on that. Grades due, third quarter grades are due on Thursday, March 11th by 10 a.m. If you need help with anything, please reach out to Abby or Aaron for assistance. You're going to need to refer to the weekly update Google Doc because there's a survey that Summit is asking you to fill out. So we want to ask that on Wednesday, you carve out some time immediately following early release to sit down and complete the survey. It takes about 15 minutes to complete, and the link is in there. If our school responds with a 75% or above rate by March 26th, we'll receive a report that'll allow us to compare our school's responses with other Summit schools. So please do some due diligence here and complete the survey. Sync learners. Just a quick recap. If you have students that are not quarantined, we have a lot of things going on. It seems like every day kids in and out because of a quarantine. But if this is a student that's typically never online, and all of a sudden they're online and there's no temporary remote or any of that next to their attendance, if you could please just let the office know. This helps with our contact tracing. Last changes, let's see. So from the health department, we've already talked about wearing our masks and what that looks like. In your mailboxes, or they were hand delivered to you, I think last week, are the purple folders that we're asking teachers to fill out for students that need mask breaks. Not mask breaks, but for those kids that are wearing masks in class during lunchtime. Some kids don't eat, and we're asking for those kids that don't eat, they need to keep their masks on. And then the students that are eating, we want about a 13-minute lunchtime so that we can get those masks back on before the 15-minute mark. Okay. Who is close contact for contact tracing? In the Google Doc, there's a link that kind of talks about that. We're going to have the R Word campaign is coming right around the corner. And we're hoping that all kids jumped in on that quick link to order their t-shirts. And then again, just paying attention to the district's desire for all schools to have a robust summer school. So it'll be the month of June. It'll be from 8 to 3 for those 4 weeks. And we're just looking for teachers to cover and be a part of that. And maybe you just come for a couple hours a day, or maybe you choose just a couple days a week. However, we can try to create some kind of a schedule to get coverage. That would be fantastic. And so if you have interests at this time, Elizabeth Arbogast is kind of putting together that list of interested folks. And then we'll know more about what that looks like after we come back from spring break. So that is all I have for the announcements today. I'm sure that there'll be more that comes your way this week. Have a fantastic week. We are in the final stretch before we get some much needed rest. Have a great day.